Hi guys, my name is Slack. Welcome to JRNY Gallery. So tonight we have a very, very special guest, very popular in the 8 chan community. We have Blue Eye Queen. We're going to be doing a little interview with her and showing off her collection, man. She is in Vegas, live, in person, IRL, pulling up for the first event at JRNY. So this is the first one, 2025, jumping off the year the right way. And yeah, let's get right to it.
Well, thank you for having me. This is amazing. This impromptu showcase. It's so good. Shout out to the JRNY team. This is my second collection. It's called 555. My first collection was called Vibrant Energy, and I launched that with the Believer team in November. And this collection, this is a very special one, I launched on the Magic Eden Launchpad during Miami Art Basel. So it was a really interesting layer to do an IRL showcase in Miami, murals, as well as an NFT drop. So there's 555 handmade paintings here. So as they're starting to rotate, you'll start to see the details of the paint strokes or the drips or some of these elements like foil and gems and just random things, so that the person that's looking at it, they're just getting their imagination rolling and just be a human. You know, your body just moves you in between the rooms, but it's your soul and it's your heart and it's your adversity that really helps the right people find your wavelength.
How did you match, the colors for each number and the statements of, each,
The story.
yeah, the story of it, yeah.
555 is an interesting number. It's an angel number, so it means alignment, change, perseverance. It's also the number of my mutant, which is the ape goddess. So my mutant is 555, which I find very ironic that it's a clean blue mutant. I have a couple mutants, but that one specifically. So it cohesively goes together. It's just supposed to mean that you're in that right place, and it's a symbolism of you're where you're supposed to be, even when you have this gut feeling and your instincts. Am I doing that right thing? But since it's an angel number, it's supposed to give you that hope and that admiration that you do have the strength to be where you are, even if you have those doubts.
What draws your inspiration? Like, where did how did you come up with these pieces and yeah, the style of it, where did that come from?
So it's just different layers of myself. I've traveled 38 countries and I have special limitations that make me different. So all of those things that I'm learning when I'm adapting myself to the world, that is how I'm growing and I'm shifting my perception of life into these paintings. But in order to grow, you have to feel uncomfortable. So when I'm feeling this vulnerable state, I use that as not a why me, I say try me. And that's when I use that attitude to be like, I need to be as positive as possible, putting out those good vibes and that kindness and that compassion. The right people, my collectors, my friends in the community, they're going to start seeing other people like me and understanding what it's like to have another layer that maybe you didn't know before.
I know how it is when you're an artist and you're sharing your work. That's actually funny, vulnerable to the world. It takes a lot of vulnerability to be able to do that. And then, each part is like you're giving away a piece, of yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's talk about, one of these pieces.
Yeah,
I want to know the last one that was just
vulnerable to the world.
yeah, what were you going through when you made that piece?
Yeah, so vulnerable to the world is like, there's a lot of good, bad, and ugly that can happen, especially when you are different and people will see that as an opportunist, whether that's to either victimize me, where they're like, oh, here's an example. I have all of these beautiful blessings that's going my way. And then sometimes I'll get cyberbullied where people will say things that are very hurtful because they don't have those same blessings. But instead of getting negative with them, I kill them with kindness.
Even from having a successful launch with your NFTs, that's amazing. And what you're upcoming to, bridging the gap for people to join Web3 and, just putting that positive energy to the world. That's amazing. I feel like, and having it documented too, because that's what's going to continue to, is going to be there forever. So that's, ultimately what people need, right?
My mission is to embrace my light, but also educate an awareness so that everyone can feel comfortable and safe when they're together, because it's all about community. And one person doesn't want to feel left out and another person doesn't feel left out because they're different. But if you have that mindset, uniqueness is cool and artistry is fun, then everyone will be able to be collectively together and feel like a family. Thanks again to everyone that's been immersed by my collection at JRNY. It's called 555. I want to give some special shout outs to my family, my friends in my community, but most importantly, my fiance. He goes by Morthew on Twitter. If it wasn't for my support system and everyone encouraging me to create this, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I'm counting my blessings, and I really appreciate all the people that pull up for me. God bless. Blue.